What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Get Real Bass Fishing. Today we are fishing freshwater in December with some spike spinners, my homemade spike spinners, and a brand new rod and reel setup. This setup that I'm using right here, we'll talk more when we get fishing, cost under 70 bucks. So I want to see if it works. If it does, if it's a good rod, if it feels good, it has nice action, the reel is good, I'll let you guys know what it is. That way you guys can get it before Christmas and hopefully get on some freshwater fish. So let's go. It's beautiful out, a lot less windy than I thought, but now that I said that, it might get a little windy. Let's go. In the colder weather, kind of got to work things a little slower, and the lure I have on right now, my spike spinner, it's a fast moving willow blade. I'm gonna give a square bill crankbait. This is a really nice color for the fall or winter in general, the reds and oranges. I'm gonna give that a shot. At least I could work it a little bit slower and get it down deeper where the fish are most likely sitting. They like to go deep in the cold weather. They don't like to be shallow. So this is a jawbone rod. This is a 6-foot medium action. I literally just bought this, went to the store, got it. It was $20 at Dick's. And this is a Quantum Throttle 2 size 10. Very small reel. Fits perfectly with this 6-footer though. We're gonna go a little bit farther down the lake. Get into a spot that I know is a little bit hotter this time of year, as in the bite, not temperature. On that reel, I'm throwing 10-pound Power Pro. It's like, I think 2-pound mono diameter, so it's super thin line. And the thinner, the better. It dives a little deeper when you're using thinner line, and it's less visible. A lot of fish are very, very finicky in freshwater when it comes to colder water. So we gotta throw some really thin line at them. That's what we're going for. The old spike spinner, my handmade spike spinner. This is a black with a deep gold blade. So it's gonna put off a lot of vibrations, but it's still the smaller version. And I could reel it a lot slower in this kind of weather, if that's what you want. So let's go. I want it to get down deep. Spike spinners and spinners in general are really, really good for this cold water bite. Should get some pickerel, some bass. Again, this is all smooch and release. We don't keep anything. Could get some perch too. When it comes to the really cold temperatures and finicky fish, I try to stay away from flashy colors, and I try to go towards more natural. Like this black spinner that I'm throwing, it's a more natural presentation, but in the colder weather, the reds and the oranges work really, really well too. But this is you gotta figure out your lakes. Like this lake is a chartreuse lake, so chartreuse might work if we can find the fish, but most of the time you want to stay more towards those golds, the blacks, the natural colors. Here we go. We are now trying a jerkbait, which is really good for this time of year too. You work it really, really slow, get those finicky fish. Let's try it. Everything else hasn't worked. Again, this is like my first time freshwater fishing in a very, very long time. I've maybe done it 4 times this year alone because I've been hitting the surf so often. But we shall see, we shall see. Maybe there's a morning bite, you know, like, we'll see. It was really, really warm for a while, and then we got this really, really cold front. And this is only day 2 of the cold front. So they could just be finicky from that. It's a learning process. We'll figure it out. Spend enough time out here. Like even what I'm doing right now could be too fast. It's a good kayak rod. It's small, it's not huge where it's gonna be really annoying. It doesn't have a big butt, so I'm not hitting my stomach when I'm casting inside this thing. So for a kayak rod, I'd say it's pretty good. It's what I say it was. Like I said, I just got this. A medium action. It's fairly good for a medium action. For 20 bucks, the only reason it's 20 bucks is it's Jawbone, which is a Dick's brand. So a Dick's Sporting Goods brand being sold at Dick's is gonna be cheaper and less expensive. Is it as good as a Quantum smoke rod? Probably not, but that's 150 bucks or maybe more. But it's getting the job done. Hopefully we get a bite on it. As far as this reel, I know I'm trying to get you guys to, you know, get into the freshwater, and if you're not surf fishing, keep fishing. There's fish all over, but as far as a throttle 2, size 10, I wouldn't do a 10. This might be good for like an ultralight fishing for trout, which is what I got it for originally. But for picking up line and keeping baits swimming inside of a lake, nah. It's a good reel, don't get me wrong, but maybe a size 20 would be a little bit better. I do have a Quantum Accurist S3 size 25 coming in the mail. Still waiting for that bad boy. I've had the Accurists before, so this is the upgraded version of my old Accurist. I don't see it being any worse. I mean, it's a good reel. So we'll do a update on that and show you that. But yeah, this is might be a little bit too small for cranking some lipless crankbaits, square bills, or anything like that. But the 20 probably would be better. Maybe I'll even purchase it and do a review on that one too. But altogether, this is a pretty cool setup. Like I said, hopefully I get a fish on it. That would be really, really fun. I'm fishing close to the road. Wind is blowing out of the southeast, west, southwest. I can't feel my left hand. After this cast, I'll check the temperature, figure out what it is. I am freezing. Freezing. I think being day 2 of a cold front, I should be fishing a little bit slower, like a drop shot or something similar. Not necessarily a moving bait like an inline spinner. It's 39 degrees. They say it feels like 36. This also says a north-northwest wind, 5 miles an hour, but clearly you can see it's coming from that way. That way is north. That's a south-southwest wind, if anything. We can evaluate this and learn from it, so that's what we're gonna do. 39 degrees feels like 34, south-southwest winds, actually. It's 2 days into the cold front. Before that, it was warm. So we should be fishing probably a little bit slower. So we'll bring out the other new rods next time. Work a little bit slower. Maybe use a drop shot or a Ned rig. Ned rigs work really, really good. Or even a Nico. That could be good for this kind of temperature. I know where the fish are. They're right under me. And this is the deepest spot. We've got to find those transition spots. Look at the topo maps and figure out where those fish are. Maybe we'll even try a different spot next time. This was really to test out the new rod and reel. Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna be catching any fish today. It's getting really, really cold. Sun's going down. See my breath? Can't feel my hands. Like, they're very cold. I don't think there's anything here as far as with the baits I'm using, but one simple reminder, get yourself some pliers, especially in this colder weather. These fish are more sensitive in the cold. So you don't want to have them out of the water for too long, and especially if they get a hook down their throat and they're bleeding, you don't want to just finagle your way with your hands and take a really long time. Get a set of pliers. These are Dr. Meter pliers. You can find them on Amazon. I've had these for the surf for 2 years, so if that means anything, how they can last, especially in freshwater, then go ahead and get yourself some. I'll link them below. But we're gonna go try somewhere else with some different baits, different rods, and try out new things. That way we can get you on some fish. All right, ladies and gents, let's go. Well, made it back. Thank you guys for watching. We will be doing rod and reel reviews for freshwater and saltwater as the winter progresses, as well as going out fishing for some largemouth, pickerel, perch, crappie, anything that's gonna bite. We'll teach you how to do it in all these upcoming videos. Kayaks, we got the boat right here, we got the canoe. So we'll give you guys some really good tips, as well as what to purchase and why to purchase it, and what baits are working and why they're working in this specific time of year. So we got a lot of really cool stuff planned, and I do have an end of the year video, like I said in the last video, that's going to be really awesome. It'll come out at the end of this month. Anyway guys, thank you for watching so much. If you want to help support us, we got these Smooch and Release hats, as well as Smooch and Release beanies. Those will keep you warm. And we do have those spike spinners that I showed in this video. I make them by hand in my room, so if you want to buy them, everything is on smoochandrelease.com/shop. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Stay real, smooch and release, and have some fun on the water. I'll see you next time.